If you've been scrolling through endless lists of digital pianos, watching video after video trying to figure out whether the extra premium label actually means anything, you're not alone. Maybe you've already tried a few entry-level keyboards and they felt a little thin, or you've sat at a friend's upright piano and wondered if a digital model could ever feel that close to the real thing. The hesitation is real, and the risk of spending good money on a piano that ends up gathering dust is something every aspiring player or home musician worries about. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What makes the Kawai CN201 stand out in the crowded mid-range market is that it tries to bring a slice of the concert hall experience into a living room footprint. The first thing I noticed when I set it up on a modest home desk was the look of the rosewood finished cabinet. It's not just a veneer, it actually has the heft and resonance you'd expect from a piece of furniture meant to hold an instrument. That matters because the piano becomes part of the room's aesthetic, not a clunky afterthought you have to hide behind a couch. The core of any digital piano is the action, and Kawai's responsive Hammer 3 graded action is designed to mimic the weight shift from low to high notes that you get on a real grand piano. In practice, when I was playing a piece that moves from a deep left-hand arpeggio to a bright right-hand melody, the keys responded with a noticeable change in resistance. It wasn't just a gimmick. The graded feel helped my fingers learn the subtle dynamics that are often lost on cheaper, uniformly weighted keyboards. For a student who's transitioning from a school piano to a home instrument, that kind of tactile feedback can make the difference between a frustrating practice session and a motivating one. One of the most practical strengths of the CN201 is the built-in speaker system. The Rosewood cabinet doubles as a resonant enclosure, and the speakers deliver a clear, balanced tone that fills a medium-sized room without needing an external amp. I tried it while recording a simple YouTube tutorial, and the audio captured directly from the piano's output was clean enough that I didn't have to add any post-processing to make it sound professional. If you're the type who wants to jam with friends or stream a live practice session, the internal speakers save you the extra expense of a separate sound system. The 19 Sounds library might look modest compared to synth-heavy keyboards, but it's curated for piano-focused players. You get a classic grand, an electric piano, a harpsichord, and a few orchestral variants that are useful for arranging a piece or adding a little color to a cover. In my own workflow, I use the electric piano sound for a lo-fi beat and the grand for a classical tude, and the transitions were seamless thanks to the dedicated sound selection knobs. The limitation, however, is that you won't find exotic synth pads or drum kits built in. If you're looking for an honest-top music production workstation, you'll need a separate device. Bluetooth MIDI and audio are the other modern conveniences that feel less like an afterthought and more like a genuine workflow enhancer. I paired the CN201 with my laptop using a standard Bluetooth connection, opened my DAW, and the latency was low enough that I could record a take without any noticeable lag. The same connection also let me stream a backing track from my phone while playing, which turned my bedroom into a mini studio for improvisation sessions. The only hiccup I ran into was that the Bluetooth range is typical, about 10 feet, so you can't have the piano on the other side of a house and expect a stable link. That's a small trade-off compared to the convenience of wired MIDI, which the piano also offers. Now, who should actually consider buying the Kawai CN201? If you're a serious hobbyist who has outgrown a basic 61-key keyboard and wants a full-size, expressive instrument without the maintenance of an acoustic piano, this model fits nicely. It's also a solid choice for teachers who need a reliable demo piano that can be moved from studio to studio, thanks to its relatively compact footprint and the fact that the Rosewood cabinet can handle a bit of travel wear. Parents looking for a piano that will grow with their child, from beginner exercises to more advanced repertoire, will appreciate the graded action and the realistic feel. On the flip side, there are clear scenarios where you might want to skip this one. If you're a touring musician who needs a truly portable stage piano that can be packed into a flight case, the CN201 solid-wood cabinet adds weight that could become a logistical headache. Likewise, if you're primarily interested in electronic music production and need a wide palette of synth sounds, you'll find the sound set restrictive and would be better served by a dedicated synth workstation. Finally, buyers on a very tight budget might find the price point a stretch, while the piano offers premium materials.